Hello, welcome back to Transport Fever 2 and this Christmas special. Now, we have been running for a while here, and we, as you can see, have two trains. Yeah, we have two trains which have been, well, stocking up on the money front for us, which means that we now have 20 million. 22.5. And no loans. And if we then get the date to not go 2 times but resume in normal speed, yeah, we have, as I said, 2 trains running this line. I haven't added anything. This is as the line was. The only thing I added was one more train identical to the first one we made in the previous episode. So we now finally have some money to play with. Thankfully, I put it on easy difficulty, which meant that it didn't take way too long to get here. But yes, welcome back. So we now have this line. We have 2 trains. They are going back and forth. They can keep on doing that forever and ever without any problem, because for some reason, yeah, you can just keep on shoving stuff into here and you're still going to earn money. That didn't work in the Transport Fever 1, but it does in this one. So what we want to do is to, well, make our money situation even better. So what we should do is that we should look at Bicester over here and spend a bit of money by clicking on large street, and this little button over here which says upgrade, we are going to click on that, and we are going to, and by my mousing over we can see that, oh, we are going to upgrade that much. We don't want to do that. If I hold shift, we can do a lot less, like a smaller section. And if you move or remove buildings, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So, but still, we need to do this since they are stupid enough not to use the good roads. They can well, go somewhere else. And let's do this. I'm going to pause really quickly so that we can put in a cargo thingy over here. We are going to put you in, how are we going to put you in? Am I going to remove something? Yeah, we are going to remove this one building. This is why I wanted 20 million before we started this one. So we actually had some money to play around with. Now, we are going to configure, because yes, you can configure these ones as well. We are going to say that this is going to be moved once again, and I will move this around like that. You'll understand why shortly. Then we go in here, configure, remove that road. We are going to remove that platform. We go to cargo and then we add a bit more. Street access, we are going to have one-way access like this, just so one road connection isn't going to get clogged up. And streets, and oh, not possible, not possible. Shouldn't need to be terribly large, so this should work. Here on the other hand, we are going to use this road type. Okay, didn't work. If we do this and then that, there we go. A bit wiggly and whirly, but still we didn't need to move or destroy any buildings. And there we go, we have that one in the city. What we are going to do still is connect up, because the cities are not that good at building roads. They weren't in the first, like, Transport Fever 1 either, so there we go. And yes, this is a bit expensive, but it is going to help us later on. And the city is going to build more buildings, and it's going to build roads and stuff. We are going to prep this, and at this point we could make time resume again. Going to put it down to 2 times instead of 4 times. And we are going to do this, not like that. Let's see if we can add some stuff, and let's put that way up. Here. And yes, you'll see why I'm doing this shortly. Let's put that there, and we have one there. We then have the... Did I put the correct... I'm gonna have to check that, so I actually put the correct connection. Let's connect that up. Do that. And let's check this. Yes, it's correct. I just wanted to see, because yeah, we would have needed to redo that if we didn't fix it. Let's see. Yes, I can connect these. Good. There we go. Nope, that did not work. For some reason that it's not happy. Okay, let's do a bit of terraforming. Nope, it's not happy. Why aren't you happy? Why are you unhappy? That works. But this doesn't. Why? Why? Well... Oh, it might be actually because it's a bit too much terrain difference. See if we can fix that slightly. Nope. Seriously? Okay. Can I do this and then this? Nope. Ah, interesting. It worked over here, but not here? That is... What? Why is construction not possible? Sometimes you just... No, don't destroy. Because of this over here. Okay, if we do the connections between here first then. And now this doesn't work. What the... That's interesting. Okay, let's remove the road. And yes, this is one of the reasons why you want some money to play around with, because you never know when you this kind of stuff is going to happen. Oh, we got a new vehicle. That's actually really handy. Especially the kind of vehicle we got. To be honest. Nope. Not working. What about now? Nope. Nope. Doesn't want to work. Okay, if we do this and then... Nope. Now it worked. Like... Okay, don't question it. Just be happy. Smile and be happy that it worked somewhat. We need a road depot because of what we are going to do. We need a station over here. Now I'm going to try to put it as far away from this oil refinery as possible. And yeah, here we have what we need. So what we are going to do is go into the line manager, make 2 more lines from over here to over here. That's 1. Then from over here to over here. And here's the reason why I did this, is because they come in from over here, go down to there, terminal and then goes out. Now what I should do is probably go over to here and like that. Go to line 2 by Sister West and add this one. Add a waypoint like this so they use their exits as they should, and it seems like I need to put it into the no. Okay, one more, because we need one here as well, apparently. Line 2 should go in here immediately, and after there we need to go along this. And yes, it seems like they will go a bit of a detour, sadly. See if we can fix that. We might be able to fix it, we might not be able to fix it. If we put you there, is that going to be... Okay, that works, but it's still this unnecessary bit. Okay, there's a really easy fix for this, and that is remove this road and put the road there. Put the road out like this. And what I'm going to do is upgrade this road as well. There we go. That should be enough. What I probably should do is actually move this. We can pause, upgrade the road, and put down the road freight again. As long as you do it quick enough or pause the game, your station and lines is kept. So this line didn't get deleted or reset because the station got put back quick enough. So what we are going to do then is like that, go into the line manager, line 2, add, boom, and there we go. And this is going to work. There is a bit overlap. What we could do is, well, it doesn't matter. It's not overlap here, but it is here, and yeah, it's going to be overlap at some point for some of them. So let's speed up a bit and let's buy a bunch of these things. Now, it's cargo. We have the DMG Kanstadt, and we are going to buy, let's see, let's say 15 of them. It's 600,000, so let's buy that. And there are some sound effects that might be a bit loud, and I apologize, I can't really do anything about it. And these are going to be put on line 1. We should rename you. And here they go, off they go. And they will go from this one over to this one. Now, let's rename these lines, and this is line 1, the yellow one is RF for road freight, and then we are going to call it oil into fuel, like this. And then we have the green one, which is RF for road freight again, and it is by sister fuel. That way we know what kind of transport it is, both if it's passenger or freight, like cargo of some kind, and then if it has a destination, or if it's like from one factory to another, like this oil refinery, we transport oil from there over to the fuel refinery, for example. It doesn't seem like there's any yeah, it should be connected. Do you have any? Yeah, you do. Have you picked up balls so I can actually click on them? It doesn't seem like there's anyone who has picked up anything. So, we have only done one of them. So let's buy... let's see. The trip into Bicester is a bit... the transport isn't going to be as long, so let's say 12. And let's put them on the Bicester fuel line. There we go. Now we should see that there is going to be fuel over here. There should be. Oh, this is such a dummy. I'm pausing this just so what we need to do is this, so it's actually connected. Yeah, there we go. Now it should work. Yeah, and immediately it started working. Good. That was me being a bit of a derp, but yeah. So we are now transporting crude oil all the way down here with trains. The oil refinery then takes the crude oil and makes it into oil, which then gets picked up by these trucks or road vehicles. I'm not going to sit and rename these, it's going to take way too long. But yeah, we have these vehicles which are transporting oil all the way over here to this transport terminal, which is connected to the fuel refinery, which converts the oil into fuel, which is then transported by trucks again into the town, where the fuel is put into these industrial buildings. And if we take a look at this lovely window, is that there are residents in this little town, 76 of them, and we have a target population of 71. And with how these pluses and minuses goes, we have a target population of higher or lower, depending on how much fuel or how much food or how good the private transport is or how good the public transport is. But it might actually be lowered by stuff like emission. So keeping the emission low is good. Now, I will most likely just ignore it because it doesn't really make a big difference. But what we are going to do is, out of habit, pause. I'm going to take it down a bit. And we are going to put down a passenger station, because we are using Bicester as our, well, connection point out. We are going to make 4 stations, or 4 track, 1 station with 4 tracks, so we could have 4 trains at the same time in this 1 station. Well, if it's not obvious, I absolutely love the music. I love the music in this first one as well, it's so good. But anyway, let's go in buildings, and what we need to do is actually, well, transportation is good with trains if you can actually get to the train, which means we want a bus system, which is going to require us to actually set up some buses, because for some reason you can't take the bus if there's no bus. Weirdly enough, I'm going to extend this. You don't need to do that, to be honest. It's not really necessary. What we are going to do, however, is this. Not necessarily because we need to, but I want to connect it out like this. We have more options. And then we need to put out these bus and tram stops. Now, we could do trams, but I don't know. The trams aren't bad, I just I don't know, I just haven't really ever liked doing them, but you could do them. They are still very good, so it's not like they are bad. And there we go. We have bus stations, and I put them down in a certain order so we can actually get a loop around the town. I thought. Why are you going that way? It's not closer, it's not better. Yeah, sure, you're not going left at some point, which... Okay. Let's force you. And it's after 5, so let's add you like that. There we go. Yeah, it's most likely because it goes straight and then around and then in. But I'd rather have it go like this than around like that. For some reason it doesn't like to go left. They might have done something to change that, but this is RP and it's Bicester, so Bicester city bus. There we go. Now we need all the vehicles. By vehicles, we need to go on passenger, and we are going to buy the post bus ET13, which has a capacity of 8 people. So let's buy 10 of them. Oh, no, those. Okay. Yeah, we are going to go with a Gaggenau C40, 10 of them. Mostly because it's a lot quicker and it's still 8 capacity, has a quicker loading speed actually. So yeah, let's 10 of you and a city bus line. There we go. Yeah. So now this city has a bus system, which means that people can actually use the bus to get around the town, which is really good actually, because some people like using their private cars because it's quick. Some people doesn't mind walking. Other people wants to take the bus, or like they have priorities in if they want the really fast option or the cheap option. That's why some walk and some take the trains or the airplane or... Let's see, how do you come in? Yeah, straight in, that's how we want it. And why the industrial building got up there, I'm okay, it reaches, so that might be why. But yeah, we have Bicester supplied with fuel. We have the city bus in Bicester, so people can get around in the town. But I mean, getting around in the town, like sure, it's nice and all, but won't get to meet a lot of new people. Just going to meet the same people over and over and over again on the same bus. Like, let's add some excitement and strangers to this. So we have this lovely town up here, which is Nantwich, and we are going to put in a passenger terminus station. It's going to be a 2. Spin it around and put it in like so. We are going to pause a bit because we are going to do some stuff, because we are going to configure this. Let's add some tracks. Let's add some platforms. And as you can see, we have a platform with We have a station with passengers and cargo. This wasn't possible in Transport Fever 1, but it is in Transport Fever 2 because of this lovely thing called moddable train stations, which I think was a mod in Transport Fever 1. I think, I'm not sure, might be wrong, but yeah. Here we go. I think that's what we want. I don't think we want more than one. We might not even use that, we'll see. But now we have possibility of doing transportation like that. Now, I happen to know that we want to do something like this, but we are going to use this. Could we please? Thank you for going straight. Yeah, what I'm going to do is see if we can go under like this and connect up. This way both sides are connected, but we can still run the track straight over like this, and that's why I want to do that. What we are going to do is this, and we are going to all immediately yeah, that's good enough. Do that connection, and going to bring this out like this one out like that, just in case. Not going to connect it to anything, just so it takes up a bit of space so the city can't expand and occupy that. Oh. Suddenly I got very dry. We are going to keep it paused so we can delete this without any major consequences. And we are going to just very quickly drag this out. Lower the tracks, we don't do a ton of, and we are going to drag this out like this, so we can drag this straight like this, and then keep this like that. Is that straight? Yes, it is. Now this needs to... we need to do this. This needs to then be like that, and what I'm doing here is more or less future-proofing, so that we have some options. And here we need to, it does get a bit messy when you have so many. Would probably have been better to have one more space until the next tracks come, because that would mean you could do the same thing we did here, over here. Then we would have the space to do this one out like that and this one out like this, and they would line up properly. But whatever, doesn't really matter that much. Now this one is this. What I'm going to do is delete that and drag it up to there, because it's these two that needs to go. And yeah, this end is basically anything out this way is going to be connected, and this end is going to be anything out this way. So that's why we have it like we have it. Now let's let time go again. Oh, let's, before we, I'm going to pause again and let's build this, because I want it to be a bridge, sort of like over here. I don't want it to be that tall. Want to get away with as a low bridge as possible. There we go. There we go. Not super pretty, but it works. So let's let time go and let's build this track so we can actually get this line up and running. Now we still want to possibly be a bit careful. We have like 40 million laying around, but still we might need to be a bit careful still with our money spending. Now we don't need to be super careful, but still, because we are going to do something over here which is going to cost us a lot of money. It's called a bridge. You need it when you have to cross water. So let's increase this. You'll see why. Like that. And we are going to use this one here, which is this. That's that. That means it's this one I'm going to move. Let's see if we drag this and connect it up, how would the bridge look? It would it would be a very long bridge, and yeah. It's going up a bit too much, I feel. More than necessary, really. Might be because of the race we did over here. You do want to raise it a bit when you want to make a bridge, but yeah, sometimes raising it too much can actually be bad. Now we need, if we ever want, like when it looks like this, when you have this yellow over here, it means that boats can't pass. The boats can't pass under. It has to be green to show that, oh, boats can go through. We have to increase it to this if we want to have a passage for boats. And 1 million for this is actually not that bad, and I don't think it's that high. I don't think it is that like of a bump and elevation change. Yeah, no, so let's go with this. That's 1 million away. We have 40 million going, so this is like nothing. Let's do the rest. And sometimes doing these like doing tunnels and bridges can sometimes be a bit weird, where they don't want to function unless you do them in smaller segments. Yeah, so sometimes they might actually not work. So let's see, we need a train depot. We don't want to make too many train depots, but I think we should do this one here. And I'm not connecting these for speed, I'm doing it so I can guarantee I can make a double flip switch. Because if the bend is too tight here, you can't make a double flip switch, so that's why. Let's see. We want a one-way, and yes, we have animals. And yes, you can see the animals and stuff when the train is running, which is actually really nice. Let's do this. Let's do the one way here. Now, the train tracks can get a bit weird. I'm not going to fix it, but sometimes they can get a bit weird and look slightly silly and just wrong. But I'm not going to fix it, I can't be bothered. Oh, a bear going straight over the rails. Okay. And we need it to be there. And we need it to be, if we can get it to stick there. Here we go. And now we need to put this down. Here we go. Going to put in a bit extra, and we might have to destroy this bridge later on, because we can only go 90 kilometers an hour over this bridge. Bridges have a very limiting factor when it comes to speed. So depending on what type of bridge you make, you might actually lower the max speed you can go on that piece of track. Now, what we are going to do as well, before we buy any trains, is to go into buildings, go into cargo, go into this, and put one of these down. Put this one down. like that. And we are going to run track from over here to the food processing plant. Now, I'm going to keep it like that's good enough, I feel. When it comes to speed, there we go. I always make my train tracks like this that I have too. I just noticed that I can do them a lot more straight than I did them. Do them like this, and we can then make this a lot better. Doesn't need to be as long, and we can actually keep max speed all the way. There we go. So let's bring this one. Now, what we could do, we could just like drag this. Might lag a bit because the game doesn't like when you put one rail this long. But yeah, we could do this. Say like, yeah, sure, we will pay for this tunnel and all, like, for 2 million. And I think I'm actually going to do this because, yeah, straight on is usually a lot better than anything else. There we go. And yeah, here we have collision because it wasn't 100% in line with the other track. And sometimes tunnels can be a bit finicky, but hopefully it won't be too much. There we go, that should be connected. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make use of having this one here, which is why I'm going to right here make an offshoot like this. And I am going to make a double flip switch if we want to send something to the depot. Like this, and we are going to, let's bring this around like that, and then in like this. We are going to make this a double flip switch as well. And yeah, here we go. We have a piece of track here now, which we want to have as one. We want it to be, we don't want it to be one way, because we want this part in between here to be two ways. And this goes like that. We need it to go like this. And then we need this to go like that. Now we can put out these. There we go. That should be enough over there. We should probably put you in here where this is waiting there. And let's go up over here and put these in. We are going to... Oh, the tunnels are a bit annoying sometimes to get your signals working, but it seems like it... Yeah, I have to say that it's a lot of like things which in this is a lot easier or better and than Transport Fever 1, which is really nice. And before we get to finish this episode, I think we absolutely should buy some trains. We should make the lines first though. So we have the passenger line from Bicester to Nantwich up there. So we are going to call that TP for train passenger. And we have Bicester to Nantwich. There we go. Line, you can call it. And then we have from way over here down to here, we have the train freight, grain into food. And before I do anything else, I'm going to upgrade that just because I can. And we are going to upgrade this. The residents aren't going to like it, but I don't care. Oh, we got some trucks. I'm going to click it away so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, you might destroy a lot of buildings when doing this. It's fine. They will rebuild. So as long as you don't destroy everything, I believe, it should be fine. Let's pause a bit, remove that, and upgrade this road. And yeah, it seems like we actually got the... Might be that we actually got the new... Actually, I'm going to test and see. Did we get... Yep, we did. We got the better. So what I'm going to do actually is... Might seem a bit silly to spend all this money like again, but I want to have like 100% movement speed over the bridges, so that's why. Since we now have the iron bridge instead of stone bridge, they have a very different... They work very differently. They are more expensive, but still upgrading is... well, it makes it a lot better. And I did it a bit higher, so... But yeah, so I'm just going to put out the signals again, and There we go. Is there anything I have missed? I don't think so. So what's left right now is making actually making this. Let's do. There we go. That's connected. Let's put you there, you there, you there. There we go. That should be enough. Now, Nantwich is a lot bigger, so we might actually need a lot more when it comes to what do you call it? We might actually need a lot more buses for it to work. There we go, that should be enough. And buildings, and we have this. I'm going to put it over here. And let's make this city bus line. We are originating from there and then going around. Like that. It is. RP and which city bus. I'm going to need, I think, like 16. Very costly, but it is what it is. But yeah, before we actually end, I think we should make sure we live up to the somewhat untold promise of actually doing the trains and put that on food. Sadly, we don't have any new locomotives. Let's clear that and put you in there. Passenger, let's see this one. Start with that. And let's follow this and let's rename this. It is the Bicester Nantwich train. We have 10 million. We have spent a lot of money, and most of it was actually on the trains, to be honest. But yeah, let's, before we end, follow this train. Yeah, it's a really pretty game. So, while we are on this view, on this train, we sadly need to end this episode. And for some people, depending on which country you're from and so on, you are going to have Christmas today. It's 24th. So I can just say Merry Christmas. And for those that celebrate 25th, gonna have to wait tomorrow, And those who don't celebrate Christmas, I wish you a good day and a good holiday. And overall, for everyone, a happy new year. So with that, thanks for watching, goodbye, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.